Hello, this is Victor at RestoringMercedes.com, and today is a little different video. This video is about how I remove the engine from jet ski. I was working on this transmission today on the other car, and I was so pissed that it didn't work out my way, and so I had to do something else. And I had this jet ski over here sitting for a while. The engine lost some pressure in cylinder 3, so I need to pull the engine. I have the block in the workshop already done, ready to go, but I need to swap out intake exhaust manifold, bottom plate, front cover with starter and all that good stuff, starter itself. So anyway, so I decided to take it out, and last time I did this, I had another jet ski, I did this, I actually pulled the engine with brute force, just with my arms, lifted it up and then just, you know, moved it around. But I'm 150 pounds, so this isn't easy. This time I decided not to break my back and do something about to make my life easier. So what I did is I had the jet ski, first of all, is just on the floor pretty much. You can see it's on wood, and there's like a little platform in the back, like a rolling platform. Don't mind the mess, it's winter time, and it's like I'm gonna clean all this stuff up when I sell this thing. So what you need and what I did, basically what I did, it's not like I'm not basically advocating to do this way, because is it safe? Pretty not. Is it like, you know, can you damage something? Can you hurt yourself? Yeah. Can something break? Absolutely. So I have this ladder, which is this is like a collapsible ladder. It's a 16-footer standard one. I just opened it up enough so both ends sit on the floor, obviously. Then I had this thing laying around. Never really used it, just this is the first time I'm using it. Proudly made in China. You can see that. But anyway, it works, okay? Chain hoist, 1 ton. Now to secure it to the top, I just have this U-bolt. I put a couple of plates here and just basically 2 regular nuts, half an inch, whatever. The ladder is not locked, because if I were to lock it, then it was not enough space between legs here. So I had to keep it unlocked, which is obviously very not safe, because the ladder can actually just split this way when you lift in. So because it can split. So if you're doing it somewhere where you can actually prop it with something, that would be obviously very advisable. I just did it because for the hell of it, but it worked. And given the fact that that portion is shaved off, so I don't have rubber feet on that end, just rubber feet on the right hand, and it did work out pretty well. Now the engine itself, the valve cover here is not secure, so I couldn't use posts, but I decided to just use this nylon rope and go into one opening where engine mount would be bolted, and another opening where another engine mount would have been bolted. Just 3 knots and a hook, and off it goes. So, you know, this is obviously one man, you know, it's one-man job. So if I'm just gonna roll this up, you can see the engine is moving. I have to hold this chain, so off the engine goes. I just left it here, so I take the ladder away so I can hold this thing. So that's like another thing that I would really recommend doing. Well, obviously you gotta watch out for covers and stuff, but I put this, you don't want it to fall in, you know, once it's sitting like this, because it's really at the edge right now. It's just barely at the edge, but I'm gonna correct it before I'm gonna remove everything. So this is basically how I did it, and maybe that will help somebody. At least it helped me out, and I did it, as you can see it. And the same way, the hardest part is to raise the engine out. from down deep in there. So, you know, that's basically where we are, down in there. So it's hard. What I would really recommend though, because this jet ski has some scrapes in here and there, it's an old one, so yeah, I would protect this surfaces with something. Maybe I would put some tape all over, or some rubber guards, something, because it gets banged around and you basically get skulls and scratches and whatnot when you remove the engine. I don't know if you can see here, I had a little bit of damage here because it's been banging in here. But again, if you would to have two people, that would be really nice. One person would lift it up and the second person would guide it. One person will work the chain, second person would guide the engine. But again, I would just put maybe some some tape around, just duct tape or something, even maybe 2-3 layers, because it's a heavy piece, so once it bangs in hard. Okay, so it's getting late, and at this point I have to cut it quits and get all of this construction out of here, and then hold the engine. The engine I carry myself. It's heavy, but still it's manageable. But this particular engine, what I would want to do is, before I actually take it in the workshop, I was having a thought that I would rather bring the block over here and work on it somewhere here. Maybe I'm even going to put this engine on the table so I can move it around, but the block itself I would basically suspend and work on it when it's suspended. Another good thing is this whole construction, this everything here what you see, you can take this somewhere, sit it in the open area and just hoist the engine, raise it up a little bit so you can spin it around and work on it while it's in the air. In that case, you would actually have I would actually collapse the ladder so it's much lower, so it's going to be longer, so it's going to be like letter U reversed. It's going to be lower and it's going to be more stable that way, and you don't raise the engine up a lot, just, you know, a foot or something off the ground, so if it falls on the ground. That's what I would probably do if weather will permit to do so, because carrying this thing here and there is heavy, so probably gonna do that. All right, so man, why I say so many times, I don't know, weird. Anyway, this is how I did it. Maybe this helps somebody. This works out for me. If you want, you can even put electric winch with that's gonna be even better. But to secure it, I figured, yeah, you can probably put like some sort of like a rod here, secure it on the rod so it sits somewhere here. Yeah, that would work too. But my winch is back behind there, so I don't want to get through all this. Again, it's such a mess. This is more like a storage here, and winter time was pretty brutal, so I didn't really care for the way it looks. Anyway, this is Victor at HistorianMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.